find out what's going on. We got some kind of an air leak in this Cascadia. And it only comes on, well, you can kind of hear it down in here maybe. I don't know if anybody can hear that or not, but squirted some soapy water and whatnot up in there, and I can't find anything that's bubbling up, but I got to take this fender here off inside there. It seems like it's going to be right in through there. Whatever's leaking, you can hear it real bad whenever the truck starts. I'll start it up for you. You guys can see that oil coming out that top right there. That's right out of the freaking head. So I may have to tell this guy some pretty bad news, but we'll see. Wish I could get an eye on where that was coming from. Just gushing right out of that damn Cascadias ain't got no room. So anyway, I'm gonna go back down there and I'm gonna watch. It looks like it's coming from the top. Sorry, you guys can't really see much. There's just kind of no room to do anything. So it almost looks like it's coming from that and going down and dripping on to that. So it may not necessarily be coming from that little crack right there, which is where the head is at. It looks like it could be coming down. So I'm going to start the truck up again. Maybe it's just that little cover right there. It's like a cam cover. Let's see if I can pinpoint where this is coming from. Seems like this truck's had some work done to it. See how those clamps aren't put on properly, and then you got another one right there that's not put on properly. So somebody was part of the 50% club, looks like, because they're supposed to have a bolt right there where that clamp could go in there. Same thing on that one there. See that clamp there is supposed to be on that. So these guys just do, whoever messed with this truck really just half-ass work. Boy, this shit just irritates me. So let me start this truck up again, and then we're going to look at that area. See if I can get it on camera here. So we're going to be paying attention to that little area right there. I wish I could get my light up there real good where I can, without losing my light up in there. Hang on a minute. I don't want to lose my damn light and have to try to search for it. Maybe that'll work. Alright, let me start this truck again. Here we go. I don't know what the hell that's going on with there. He said he had some work done. I called the owner. He said he had some work done on the truck, but doesn't look like they did a very good job. So anyway, for right now, until he gets there, we're kind of waiting on approval for that deal. He wants me to address his air conditioner. You put the AC on, the clutch doesn't turn, so I'm gonna hook up some hoses to it and see if it's got any freon in it, and see if it's mechanical or electrical or what. So we'll come back to that. All right, so we got all our hoses hooked up here, and we're gonna see if there's any kind of pressure in here whatsoever. So I just have them closed up right now. So as you can see, I got that all the way open, and there ain't nothing. So let's see about this one here. There's not going to be any freon in here whatsoever, so before I do anything, put any freon or what, I'm going to pull a vacuum on this thing and see if it'll hold the vacuum. And then we'll twist. I said twist. We'll try. That was a mixture between try and test. We're going to twist the compressor and see if it's can even function on. Look at that clutch. So we're going to twist it. Not try it or test it, we're going to twist it. Yeah, so that's a Monday on a Thursday for you. I was out all night working, so I only got a few hours of sleep, so I'm kind of funky right now. Anyway, we're gonna put where's the electrical part of this? We're gonna put a tester on that and see if it'll even move, and we can kind of rule that out. But I'm almost betting it's probably because there's no freon in it, so we'll go from there. All right, I got my little tester out here, so what we're gonna be watching for is and to make sure that this thing is even able to move. So what we're going to be looking for is this little gap right here to squeeze shut, kind of like that, but electrically. Yeah, electrically. Not physically, but electrically. How's that? So I just got a little tester here. See how that opens and closes? So we know that that part at least works. So you don't want to put freon in there and all that shit, and then that doesn't mean it's going to work, but you could have one of these fan switches or binary or whatever bad. So, but at least we know the clutch has the ability to work. So we'll go from there. All right, so we're just going to pull a vacuum on this thing just to see if it'll even do a vacuum. If it'll hold a vacuum, it might just be good just to throw some freon in it and see what happens. So I just opened it up and put that on there, and that's where we're at. It's damn near all the way to the bottom, or as low as it can go. So we'll let that sit there for a bit. See what happens. I'll let that run for about a half hour and come back to it. So sometimes when we're out here working by ourselves, we don't get no visitors. But today is a special day because today we got a cool little visitor right here. Look at this. It's like you just want to reach down there and grab hold of that. I think not. I'm gonna let him be. This is a good example of what we run into. You got one there, and then you ain't got one there. So, as J.C. Smith put it, 50% coil. I like it. It's very true. I'm doing is that issue that we had here, like you've seen from the back of the motor. I'm going to try to get to it from back there, at least try to finger it. So I might take that brace off right there off the top so I don't puncture a lung. And then we'll see if we can't reach back there or dig our way back there while this AC is doing its thing. And see if we can't either put a new seal on that. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get a picture of that, but I'm going to try to get it wedged in there somehow. So, bear with me. We got about 45 minutes with the vacuum here. So I'm going to go ahead and let it sit. We'll just turn it off. Just kind of let the system stay open. I know my hoses are all intact, so we'll just let it sit there and come back here in a little bit. You see where it's at right now. So we'll come back here in about a half hour or so and see if it's moved at all. And if it hasn't, well, we got to be good to throw some Freon in there. So anyway, as you can see, there's one there, but one not there. So I just kind of put shit everywhere. Or don't replace it at all. Brilliant. I think the worst part about my job is going in behind somebody else and cleaning up their mess. If you're not going to do a job right, why even bother? See if old Mr. Earthquake got enough. We should be able to lift this thing out of the way so we don't puncture a lung. That would hurt. Imagine falling and getting your chest on that thing. Is this piece right there. So I think that's just a cam seal, and that's where it's leaking. You can see it's coming out the back or the top here too, because this is the top back of the motor. So I think we're going to try to get a wrench on that shit and see if we can't get it tightened up. And if that won't hold, we'll have to pull it off, put a seal on it. I don't know if it's a paper seal or a rubber seal or what, but well, ironically, you guys are seeing the same thing I am, because I can't get my head in there to do anything. So this ought to be interesting. Y'all tell me if I got to go up or down. Now that's, let me get a crank on it. And see, I got to get a longer one on that one, because that ain't gonna work. But that's what it was like. Let me see the size. 13 mil. At least it was. I don't know if that one's different or not. I can't tell. determine which. That's the air leak cleared out. I hope y'all can see that or not. Let me see if I can find something. Yeah, so we pull up on it over here. Looks like it's going to be one of these two. There's an air line. That's electrical. I have to crack this one open to see if that's an air line or not. I think it's going to be. Yeah, it's electrical as well. So. Well, that hose is going to be part of this bundle here. I don't know if it just gets stopped off somewhere or whatever, but see, this shit was put on there properly like this. They probably wouldn't rip. That's what those things are for. For whatever reason, they didn't. I put it back on there, and that's probably what caused that. So, are you really saving money? Because there it is right there. That piece that was supposed to be connected off that clamp, or that, what do you call it? Camshaft seal there. That's the thing that was supposed to be on there. It's not connected. So we put this back together. We're going to have to connect that so this shit don't happen again. Let me disconnect this thing here. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but I only got one arm to do it with, so. If I had two, that would just be too simple. See something. Yeah, so it seems like that hose just got rubbing on the block there and it did its thing. And it's one of these two hoses because it's an airline. It seems like both of these are electrical. Either that or it's wrapped up in something, which is probably the case. I gotta get a knife and cut this stuff open and see if I can find it. See if I can find some new blades. Just the ones that I got are pretty well toast. Right there. Yes, sir. That's what we have to. Sucks not having fingernails. There's a good reason why I don't have fingernails, because I don't like them getting torn off, meat and all. It's just not my idea of a good time. So I had that happen to me once. From that day forward, I've always chewed my nails off. I reach down, grab a hose on a floor like this. And I reached down to grab a hose, and my fingernail got caught in the floor like this, and it peeled it all the way back, meat and all. And at that time, I wasn't sure if I needed a diaper or not, but it was an experience. You could poke the finger out, and the bone would come out and everything. So anyway, I had to change that blade out because it was so dull it wouldn't cut through nothing. It wouldn't even cut a piece of paper. So. See if we can find us an airline here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put a mender on it or not. We'll see. If I can, that'd be great. If not, I have to come up with something else. These both look like electrical lines. They feel like it too. So the hunt begins. That's not the case. A couple of things kind of irk me. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything in here, but let me see if I can get it rearranged here. Yeah, that piece right there, that's an exhaust mount. Just stick down on it. Now watch this shit. Look at that, it just kind of moves. And that's an exhaust mount. Pretty half-assed work, if you ask me. Because I think this truck just had some work done on it. I had a video a while back where the guy had a Cummins and he had some work done to it. Same thing. All I'm really looking for is just anything that's out of whack, which is most everything seems. Alright, so we've been all through this truck to try to figure out where the leak is. It won't hold a vacuum. So, I kind of narrowed it down here. Let me see if I can get over here and get it where y'all can see something. Where am I at here? Well, anyway, what we're dealing with here is you can kind of see back there where there's all kinds of gunky stuff. I sprayed a little bit of soap water there, but if you notice, when I move this, kind of hear a little bit of a hiss, and plus these are loose. So I think that's where we're sucking atmosphere at. But I'm going to try to tighten those down and see if it won't hold a vacuum now. I had to take that whole damn dash apart inside. So, anyway, we're going to tighten these down and see what we can't come up with. Naturally. And that's probably the one that fits it. Come on out there. A couple of tools that mechanics are supposed to carry around that are ideal is a magnet. You can see that, and you got a little bit of a wiggle there, and you can hear the suction there. So let me see if I can tighten that up. I dropped that one, and that was the one that fit, but that's just the way my luck works. seems like. Alright, let's see if that's going to change anything. So if we pull up on that and hold it, you'll feel the vacuum change. It starts pulling a vacuum, a strong one. So I think on the back side of that is going to be the same issue. It's kind of gunky there too. Now if I let go of it, it starts letting in atmosphere. So I think that's going to be our issue right there. So I'm going to take this all apart and we're going to go from there. Alright, so again, we got this end tightened down. I don't even know if y'all can see that. There's this end right here. But I think there's going to be an issue back here too. And I think that's serviceable. So, because when I pull it up and hold it up like so, it quits. It'll suck. It'll take a vacuum. So my guess is there's going to be an issue back there. Hopefully the hoses for the evaporator are alright, because if they're not, well, he'll be putting an evaporator on there. But let me see if I can get this apart here. Well, I just had the damn thing in there, so what the hell. I think this is an aluminum piece, so if it falls, I'll be SOL, because I won't be able to pick it up with a magnet. While we have it out, might as well just put some O-rings on it. I can't really see much back there, but I'm going to put an Allen wrench on that and see if I can do anything with that. And some O-rings. That's definitely where the issue was. But I don't know. Can y'all see any O-rings on that end? Because I sure as hell can't. Doesn't seem to be any. phone, or while I had it on, or I stopped the video, I got a phone call from another customer of mine that their lift gate won't go up, or something like he said, on this dump truck. He's got a dump truck. He said either the lift gate or something wasn't working properly. He said either air leak or hydraulic. He can't figure out what it is. So as soon as we get done with this, we'll have to go over there and deal with that. I got a half a turn out of that one. I ain't get nothing out of that one. Makes me wonder if there's no seal on these. I wish I could see farther in there. Boy, that'd be nice. It looks like there might be. I think it's a flat seal instead of a yeah, it looks like it's a flat seal, not an O-ring. Like some of those have O-rings you put on there. This is a flat seal, so let me gress it. You know, gress it. Well, you know what, when you only got one arm and 2 fingers to do this with. I'll see if I can get a hold of it here. So hopefully it's metal, otherwise I just lost it. Of course, it's not made out of metal. I mean, like, you know, regular metal. Steel metal. Booyah, got it. I don't know if I've got any of those or not. I'll try to see. That may or may not even be the issue. Sure seems like it would be. The back side of that, I don't know if it's got, looks like it might have the same type of setup. Got that one with a hook. I'd like to, yeah, I think I'll end up doing it. I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing off. And we'll go ahead and put new rings in there, or the O-rings in there. I think I've got some in the truck, in my nuts and bolts box there. It's usually pretty full of whatever. I don't typically throw away anything. Because you never know. I'm fairly confident that this is going to be where our issue is, but I want to determine whether or not it's these seals or if it's something wrong with the hose back there. So the only way to be sure is to, well, get in there and at first I thought it was the evaporator because I heard a hissing coming from there. Well, the evaporator is just behind this. So I started getting into the evaporator there and couldn't really find anything substantial, so I just started following the lines. And if you're lucky, you'll have an okay time finding leaks if you can listen for the hisses. So let me see if I can get this off here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but that's what we got going on there. So I'm going to pull them off, those little seals there, see if I got some more. We'll go from there. That one seems pretty well chewed up. I don't know. Alright, let's go over here in the box of Magic Wonders and see what we can find. Looks like they're the same ones for the front, not the same ones for the back. What the hell did I do with the other one? There it is right there. Alright, so we need one like that, one like that. The only problem is, I don't know where in the hell they would be. I thought I had a little bag of these here a while back. Not looking too promising. Truck wash real quick and not mine, we'll wash somebody else's truck.
Stop and get some gas before I go anywhere. One thing my truck likes is gas, so if I get a little closer, I'll come back on with the camera. So we got some fuel, and we're gonna head over here and deal with this dump truck before we call it a day. They gotta go out to work tomorrow, so hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. Cascadia earlier today. I pulled that expansion valve off of there with the seals, and we're just going to get some new ones tomorrow. I got to go up that way tomorrow to do a rear end job, so we'll just pick that part up on the way up there. We'll knock it out. So. This quarantine shit or this COVID thing, that QT don't have any fresh sandwiches. I mean, like you go up there in a heater, you got to get a hot dog or some shit like that, or wait for them to cook something. So me and Nacho we were reduced to eating a couple of jalapeno hot dogs and a bag of chips and some coffee. That's gonna be supper, or that was supper rather.
there, Mr. City Police Officer. These guys here typically leave their dump truck here on the road. Something about their gate latch or something like that won't open on their dump truck. Air leak or something. So we're gonna. There she is. We're gonna see what we got going on here. See what we can figure out here. Let me get my headlight. Call it a headlight. Oh, there it is. Alright. See what we got going on here. Oops. Alright, there's the tape he said he put around it. You can see that. So I'm assuming that's what's going on here. So I think we're just gonna cut it and put a mender on it. I don't know. See what I can come up with. So yeah, I think this latch here is what won't open, and it's just operated off of there like a fifth wheel thingamajigger. You know, when you unlatch your fifth wheel there for your jaws, it's pretty much the same scenario. So let me get this tape off here. Try to get this tape off of here. Some sticky stuff, I can tell you that much. Might be easier to deal with if I get it down here where I can get to it. Oh yeah. As you can see, it's got a nasty little break in it right there. So we're just going to snip it. In fact, I might have some 1/4-inch hose on the truck. Just gonna try to, I think I've got some 1/4-inch hose up here. Yeah. Here it is. I gotta, all I really need is a piece about, I don't know, 6 inches maybe, something like that. That'll be plenty. Let me get some cutters. That ought to be long enough. Let me get a mender. I'm almost positive we're going to have to use one of those, or at least another one. Let's see if I can find me a 1/4 inch mender up in here somewhere amongst my junk. I used to have a bag of them in here, and I got, there they are. Come to daddy. All right. So I'll just put this mender on here, and there's already one on the truck, so, or on their deal here, so. So we're just gonna snip it. Is that what it's called? Snip it? Snip it? Snip it. For 10:30 at night, it's gonna be called snip it. And that's just the way it is. He said that the last load he had for the day, the gate wouldn't open. So he had to come out here and pry it open. I said, well, you did what you had to do to survive. Put a mender on this end. I don't think there's any issues here. Go that route, and it plugs in right there. So really we need just enough, but I'm not too sure I'm gonna like having that up there by that cylinder. So we're gonna come down here with it and run a zippy. And run a zippy. Is that what they're called? Zippies? Now what I do with my own here, let's see what the hell do I do with my cutters. I get a fresh start there. Plug it into here. Oh, that was convenient because it turns. So we're gonna snip it about something like that. Not a major repair, but make it where you can't work. So, if you can't work, can't pay the bills, so that's not a good way to do it. So, anyway, so I think that's going to be good, and we'll zip tie it down here, and it'll keep it from being into that cylinder. I can't do nothing about all that shit there, but at least make it where it's tolerable for here. Too snug, but just enough to make it where it can't do whatever it wants to. Well, I don't know what y'all think about that, but it seems to me that it would work just fine. It ain't gonna move. It's out of the way of the cylinder. So that's probably what caused it to break anyway, because I got up into that cylinder there. So. Anyway, I'm gonna say that's probably it for that call, and we'll come back to that one, or we'll deal with that another day. That's that. Wasn't much of a call there, but it's important to them because they can't work otherwise. Pardon me while I put my shit up in the dark here. Hang on a minute. Nacho, what are you doing over there, dude? Alright, we out of here. Nacho, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing? Were you waiting on me patiently, huh? You didn't drink my coffee, did you? Alright guys, that's it for today. I'm gonna go home and take me a shower, and we're gonna get started in the morning. I got a fairly early day. I gotta get started about 5:30, so it's about 10:30, almost 11 right now, so we're gonna go home and get some shut-eye. See ya.